by Jaguars head coach Todd Howard.
Well, we didn't get much traction coming out of the gates, and that's something, when you're on the road, you try to avoid. And that made it tough. The uphill climb made it tough. We were able to cut it and felt maintain just some, it was even for a while, but we just didn't close the half well. We had some opportunities that really I thought could have, given us a boost with our ball coming out the second half. But you got to give them credit. I mean, they're playing, I think, at a high level on all cylinders, and they're fresh. I think that's really big when they've been at home really for over a month, and to come in and play right away with this kind of environment, it gives them a boost. So that uphill climb, I thought we couldn't get traction, and as hard as we fought and tried, it just kind of sputtered. But definitely not from a lack of effort. And proud of our guys. Our guys fought from our backs really being against the wall, and not really knowing what was next. But I was very proud, and specifically the seniors, obviously with Alex and Christian and Steve, and they played at a high level, and they were phenomenal leaders. And I just wanted it really bad for them, because this would have been a definite feather in their cap, and I thought we were playing well enough to come in here and do something. But sometimes it's not your night, and you got to give them credit. But we just couldn't get out of that hole.
All right, we'll take questions now for Alex Young. Again, remember, if you could please give us your name and your affiliation before asking your question.
Terry Vanderbeck with the Argus Leader. Talk about what they tried to do to you defensively, and what you think kind of worked.
Well, they wouldn't let me come off of my strong end, so back a week ago at third place, they were really shading me to the right. And, if I got around the first guy, there was a guy waiting there. So they did a good job of outside defense, and really not allowing me to get in my rhythm and make me take tough shots. And if I was to hit a shot, it was well deserved. So that goes off to them and their game plan and their outside defense.
Garrett Contrast from career, is this a disappointing night for you to go out as your senior year?
It is disappointing, but I am thankful I've had a chance to play in a championship, and I've won some games in the tournament. And every senior wants to go out on top. So in a sense, it's disappointing, but I'm proud of my 4 years at IUPUI. I definitely look at it as a success, and just gotta roll the punches and hope for the best next time.
Alex, Paul Heiner with KDLT. A lot of very, very talented players in the Summit League, yourself included. Where would you rank Nate Walters?
Nate's right up there. He's up there in the top 3 in my opinion. He really played great tonight. I've been playing against him for 3 years, and this definitely goes down to one of his top performances. He has a bright future, and I look forward to seeing him next year if he decides to stay even this year, and see how far they can get. But he's definitely a great player.
Yeah, Alex, Kristen Hazley, campus citizen. Talk a little bit about how it was playing in an environment like this.
Well, we knew what we were in for, because the week before, they had a packed house at their place, and we knew it would only be more here. So our game plan was just to, try to contain the crowd as much as we could, and force long possessions. But they really fed off the crowd, and the crowd was, the sixth man tonight. So it was loud. I mean, it was crazy.
Any other questions for Alex? Okay, Alex, thank you. Now, if you have any questions for head coach Todd Howard.
Coach, was that as good as you've seen anybody defend it on?
Yeah, I think it's kind of the what you're looking at just becomes a little skewed. It's tough when you're down and you're trying to force it. And, a lot of times I think it's no fault of his own. I mean, he was trying to make something happen a lot of times, and I guess there are errors of commission and errors of omission. his were errors of commission, and just trying to make a play as a senior does in March. And but yeah, I think when you're able, that's the great thing about the game of basketball. When you can make shots, you can set your defense. And they were able to get hot early, so they're able to get back and load up on him. Conversely, as we didn't get out of the gates, we missed a few easy looks, that were open. So if you make those, then you're able to set your defense, and that's why the game's good. It's tied in together. You're not being a linebacker or just a pitcher or whatever. You got to do everything. And, so I think them making shots that enable them to load up, and obviously, we just played them, and so it's almost like a playoff kind of quick turnaround in the NBA of and Alex mentioned it. He knows how they're going to guard them, and just like I think they know how we're going to guard them, and so the quick turnaround I think fueled that. But if one team could get out of the gates and make shots as we did at their place early, we were able to set our defense, and I thought we did a good job on Nate at their place. So worked in their favor tonight.
Yeah, Coach, Christian had really come off pretty strong in the past couple of games, and tonight they were able to hold in just 2 points. What do you think the key to that was?
Yeah, a little bit of just a conglomerate of all that, is them packing the paint on the drive, clog things up for him. And we wanted really a spaced attack where we could, look to go to him in a high-low setting. And, the angles weren't there, and a couple times, we were able to, because they helped from the corners, we were able to get good looks from the corners and a lot of production that way. But we wanted it to kind of be a little bit of everything, a little bit of him, a little bit of the drive, a little bit of the corners. And, it starts by them, being successful on offense. They're able to get back and execute their defensive game plan.
Any other questions for Coach Howard? All right, Coach, thank you.